that Hasbro in the United States, they're the only people that can make 6-inch Star Wars action figures does nothing but hurt people who want to collect Star Wars figures, because then you have to pay for the imports, which are already pretty expensive. Then you have to pay to get them imported most of the time. So the shipping costs are extreme, and like, why not? If Hasbro can't do it, why? I agree with you. Like, why shouldn't they just be like, Disney or Star Wars be able to just be like, hey, Hasbro, you can still keep making the Black Series, but there's all these people out here that want better quality Star Wars figures.
I would gladly let the Black Series die and have Hasbro not make any Star Wars figures anymore if it would mean that Disney, since they own Marvel, they have some sort of agreements and contracts with Diamond, and not NECA, but I always go back to that. But just giving examples, if Diamond Select would start making Star Wars figures, I would instantly.
But like, they wouldn't be readily available to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like their Hasbro like mass produces these. That way, like, everyone has a chance. Like, everyone doesn't have a chance for Diamond Select, and they would only release like such a limited amount of characters per time. Whether they make so many Black Series figures, you get like way more obscure characters. I feel like if somebody else did it, they would just make another Luke, make another Han Solo.
But if they did it right,
I agree with you that the like Diamond Select figures are generally released slower, but I would rather them take their time and do a better job. But also at the same time, Diamond Select is pretty good about doing some pretty obscure Marvel characters like Agent Venom, Anti-Venom.
Moon Knight, re-release it.
Yeah, Moon Knight. The comic versions of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like that kind of seemed like a weird move. Like, why not just do the movie versions? But they were like, hey, we're doing the comic ones. So.
I mean, Disney's such a huge company, I'm sure they could cut deals with retailers to carry Diamond Select figures. And I understand the big point is they do need mass release for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Merchandise, obviously, because it's such a huge commodity. They need those options too. So if they were to do something like, let's just continue the Black Series, but just for kids, and we don't have to make them amazing quality, and give some of the licenses to Diamond for the diehard collectors or other,
It just sucks that Hasbro has the monopoly on 6-inch Star Wars figures.
Because as we've seen, they're not 100% responsible with that license, because their quality,
it varies.
Explained, it varies, but moreover, I think it's gone down.
Yeah.
So,
Hasbro, if you're watching this, step up your game, bro.
Yeah, Hasbro, they're totally watching. The CEO. He's going to call us after this. We're going to have a really, good conversation.
Because I don't even feel as passionate as I used to about Black Series figures because of this waning quality.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I feel. And that might be because I was late to the game, so I had to catch up and buy a bunch. But, like, I used to buy 3-4 figures at a time.
Yeah. For
full retail. And now the new waves come out, and I'm like, I'll pick this one up when it's on sale. Yeah. Like the Elite Praetorian Guard when it went 25% off. Like, that's the last BS purchase that I made in a while.
Yeah,
BS as in Black Series, not Bold.
And I feel like we're all getting to that point, especially like me recently. Like, I picked up the speeder on sale. I picked up Luke's speeder on sale. I picked up.
That's an exception because nobody's gonna pay $59.99.
Some people did. We saw those people buying those vehicles, but. Like Maz Kanata, I think she still might be like $11.
Yeah, she's $10.99 on Amazon.
So I was like, okay, I'll get Maz for $10.99 because that's what I'm willing to pay for this figure, and I do. It's like it's almost lost its spark collecting Black Series figures because you just go to the same stores or you go online.
You just don't see anything new too. I think this whole past year with just seeing nothing but Jin. It's like, when's the last time you guys have checked Walgreens for Black Series?
Haven't in a long time.
And it's kind of relief because I hated going to every Walgreens on every corner. But that's how dedicated I used to be. I would be checking every store. I'd be checking the inventory. And it's just... They lost the charm of seeing those orange and blue box series figures. And now you just see a red and black box and it's going to be a Cassian or a Jin. Mm-hmm. I think this whole past year has just been the de-sparking of my interest.
Yeah.
Rogue One ruined everything.
And I know a lot of people are going to say, why don't you guys just shop online? Like, even for a lot of the desirable characters, if you're not there the minute they go live on Amazon, you're screwed out of them anyway.
Look at Revan.
Yeah. Jaina Solo.
Yeah, Revan is $50+ on Amazon.
So
right
is
now.
Jaina.
Look at the Hux wave.
Yeah, like
That's on Hasbro.
That's
not
also
on us.
it's not just their quality; it's their incredibly poor distribution and their over distribution of undesirable things.
So I mean, it's like it's not even easy to like shop online for them and just avoid going to the store and seeing the same shit. So
Which like I don't get it because like the sales aren't gonna be with Jin and that kind of stuff. Like imagine like why don't they just do 2 per case?
I know
of Revan or Jaina.
They have to have the analytics of what characters sell better than other characters, but they're still just like, you know what? Let's repack Krennic for the 4th time
Or
in
do you
this
remember-
wave.
It's like they do know. They do those surveys like, okay, here out of these 9 figures, you got to vote and we'll make 1, and the distribution will come 1 per case if you're lucky. It's like they know which figures people want because they wouldn't be able to compile those lists and
But
have you.
But it does
vote.
it does nothing but hurt the collector who doesn't get the figure that they want.
That's my point.
That they should be able to go into the store. So then they're like, okay, I don't want to collect these figures anymore because I can't even find the ones I want. And it's like, you get a popular character like Jaina Solo who won a fan vote of Star Wars characters. And she's 1 per case.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know Disney doesn't hate Star Wars Legends, clearly.
Yeah.
But I don't think, like, they don't want to embrace it. They want to do their own thing.
But they should, because they would make so much more money if...
Yeah, but it's not theirs. It's just, it's like an ego thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. But, like, if you were able to walk into a store right now and pick up a Jaina Solo for $19.99 just on any plain day, you'd do it.
Sold.
Instead of going, well, I'm not going to pay $60 to some asshole who just got lucky and bought it and then is flipping it online. So I'm just not going to get this figure I want. And then it's like, if someone else did a Jaina Solo figure and it was really easy to get, then you'd just be like, well, why don't I just get this one?
Or if a company that another company besides Hasbro that does great quality figures, charged a little extra but came with more and it was a better quality figure, and I didn't have to pay scalping prices, hopefully, and I didn't have to do anything like that, I'd be more than happy to go with that kind of figure and not have to do the whole runaround for a 1 per case supposedly mass-produced action figure.
So all in all, the distribution needs to be better. There needs to be more options for collectors. Clearly, Hasbro having a lock on the 6-inch Star Wars action figure license is doing nothing but hurting collectors, and it's definitely shown an effect on us.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely sucks just because, like, Black Series 6-inch, it's what got me into collecting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, obviously my bread and butter. It's what I have the most of. So
Right.
it's kind of sad to see it go down this route.
Right. I'll never forget the first time that we ever got you to buy an action figure. We were in Toys R Us. It was Justin's birthday, and they had an exclusive Snowtrooper Commander officer from The Force Awakens. And Justin, he was collecting the 3 3/4-inch figures.
Yeah, I had like 2 or 3.
And we were trying to get him to buy the 6-inch line. We were like, dude, the 6-inch figures are so much better detail, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I remember we went to a different store, and then you were like, let's go back and get that. And, like, in my head, I was like how awesome. Just, like, someone else to share a hobby with.
Yeah, and it's like we'll never have that same experience again that you and I had of when we went into Walmart after getting off work at like 2 a.m., 1 a.m., whatever, and we saw the whole Han Solo wave with Jango Fett.
Yeah, and you bought them all. You even bought me one. And then, because also in that night, we found the Marvel Legend Venom.
Oh, and that's a whole other subject of things we lost interest in.
Oh, nothing as...
Looking at you, Hasbro.
We actually stopped collecting Marvel Legends and sold ours.
All of us. And I'm in the process of still getting rid of... I'm still going to get a few characters, like Mysterio. I feel like that's one that I'm like, yeah. But I'm done with Marvel Legends.
My last point that I want to make is that, with my continued loss of interest in this line, there's a point in time where I was always looking for, what's the next wave going to be? Can't wait for the next wave. Yeah. But now I'm looking backward to the blue and orange line, and obviously I'm not alone in this. Judging on the prices, just keep skyrocketing.
Yeah, Bosk, IG-88.
Oh my! It just keeps skyrocketing day by day.
They're only making Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi figures. The majority, they'll sprinkle in a prequel or an original trilogy character, but minus the 40th anniversary. That was not.
It's like the wave coming up. It's like DJ, another Rey, and then some more repacks, and then Captain Rex.
They keep on sprinkling in prequel content, original trilogy, when that's what everyone wants.
And then Rebels every once in a while.
I can't wait to
everybody hates the prequels, but we don't have a Mace Windu figure?
For real. Kit Fisto?
I mean, he's more obscure, but
it's still. It goes like this. The movies are bad, but the prequels did spawn some other good Star Wars contents, like comics.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, the TV show. There's some books.
And it's still Star Wars.
Video games.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the prequels are still Star Wars, and you have to acknowledge that. Mace Windu.
I can't wait to spend the next 6 months going to every store and seeing nothing but Captain Poe Dameron and DJ.
Yeah, it's just every single figure I see in the store is from a new Disney, and we like the movies. We like The Last Jedi, and we love The Force Awakens. But let's do something different. Give us some different characters.